What's up, everybody? Brett Okamoto from ESPN, joined today by heavyweight legend. I think I can use that word on Fabricio Werdum, who, of course, is now, let's see, 4 weeks removed from a big win over Alexander Gustafsson in Fight Island. Fabricio, how are you?
Everything's great, man. Thank you for the opportunity. I'm very happy, For sure, you say about I'm a legend. Thank you, appreciate. I don't say that, but it's okay. When somebody said, I'm happy for sure.
Yeah, and I don't think I'm sucking up to you. I don't think I'm stepping out too much on a limb. It can't be the first time you've been called a legend, right? I mean, you've done some big things in this sport, huh?
Thank you, appreciate, man.
Well, give us an update. Obviously, 4 weeks ago you get the big win, like I said, against Gustafsson. Great performance. I think you surprised some people. Gustafsson, even though he was coming out of retirement, he's younger. He's fought for the championship a few times. You went in there, submitted him pretty quickly, and then everybody comes to find out, that maybe wasn't paying attention that week, that was your last fight on your contract. You had fought out your contract. So 4 weeks have gone by. What kind of conversations have you had, and do you know where you're headed next?
Yes, man, you're right, man. And this fight is very important to me. The last fight in UFC, many years in UFC. I'm happy. I just say thank you to UFC for many, many years. And this fight is very important because versus Gustafsson, like a tough fighter. He have everybody know him for sure. When the UFC asked him, "You want to fight Gustafsson?" For 100%, because I know he's a tough guy. I like the one is like a hard fight, and I just focus in the fight, and everything is you go 100%. My mind is okay, my body is good. I saw as a big difference the last fight. When I lose, now it's like when I'm win, is a different guy. When I prepare my body, I fight anyone, man, no problem. And then now I'm just waiting. I'm happy, enjoy the victory. I go to Brazil, I enjoy for my family. And now just when I have a negotiation with like a different organization, I'm just waiting for like a super fights, Now it's next step, like a super fights anyone, I want to fight for sure, like maybe 2 more years, maybe 3, I don't know. I'm young, my mind is young.
Huh. You think you may have messed up some plans a little bit for the UFC, that maybe they knew it was your last fight on your contract, and that they said, hey, if Gustafsson can get in there and beat a guy like Werdum, then we can start building him up as that new heavyweight. You think you ruined some plans potentially for them?
Yes, I think so too, because this is the business, for sure. Last fight, and the Gustafsson comes to the heavyweight, but my opinion, Gustafsson, Jon Jones is other guys is just 1 second, please. Sorry about that, man. Somebody call me.
It's all right.
I think it's okay. I think Gustafsson, Jon Jones, and the other guys is a heavyweight. One guy asked me, "Verdun, you think Gustafsson have a problem with the heavyweight?" I say no, because he's a heavyweight. He dropped the weight to the the light heavyweight when he fought there. For sure he's a heavyweight. You see that I'm 240, and I think I'm 240 in the film, 242, and the 240. It's like a very small, he's a heavyweight. And I think the plan for sure, the UFC, like a business plan for sure. Go out and the Gustafsson come very strong in the heavyweight. But, the Jiu-Jitsu save.
Not for the first time, yeah. They're saving you for a while. So you say that you want to fight for a few more years. Super fights. What super fights are out there?
I don't know. I think the Fedor two days ago, I think Fedor said something like the rematch with me. I love the idea too. I think everybody want to see this fight, me versus Fedor 10 years later, And I'm the first guy beat Fedor, I respect him a lot. I give you the rematch with him 100%. And a different organization too. I know the champion for the ONE FC is a Brandon Vera. Brandon Vera is my son. You know that? Brandon Vera is my son, and I beat him in I think my second fight in UFC, or the third one. I don't remember, but I beat him, and I know he's the champion there in ONE FC. And I know the ONE FC is like a very good organization. The organization respect the fighters. This is very important to us, The respect, the honor. This is very good, man. And I don't know, maybe ONE FC, Bellator, I don't know where, but you know, super fights. I told you 2 more years, 100% like a normally, because I like this, you know. I know like just money. For sure, the money is very important, the money. But man, this is my life. I love this. When I'm stopped, it's so hard when guys say I'm stopping maybe 2 more fights. It's so hard that, you know. I want to fight. This is my life. That's it.
Yeah, it just seems like the UFC chapter is closed. I mean, you were asked at the press conference after your win against Alex, you know, I think someone said, well, are you just completely done with the UFC? And you said, well, I mean, I'll talk to Ali, and, you know, but it just seems like they're not even in play anymore. Is that accurate? Are you even talking to them anymore?
Yes, because, you know, it's no. Everything is good with UFC. Everything's nice, you know. Many years I told like a fight UFC, sometimes normally, like you know, sometimes good things, a lot of good things with UFC, a lot of very good things with UFC. Like 12 years or 14 years with UFC.
Yeah.
Now I think the next step in my career, you know, next step is like a super fights. I want to fight there. Just call me because I'm ready to fight. Maybe the guys call me next week. You ready? I'm ready to fight, you know. This is the very important to me. Because sometimes I don't have a training. You want to fight? Yes, please. Yes, I want to fight, you
know. Yeah. Fedor would be number one, right? If a perfect world, Fedor would be.
Yes, but yes, my opinion, man, he's the great heavyweight in the world, 100%, you know. I respect him a lot. I think the guys lose a little bit of respect with Fedor when he lose, and I don't like that, you know. I like it's very important to respect fighters, man. Sometimes you have a bad fight, but it's not, maybe it's not your day. It's not your day, you know. Sometimes it happens. For sure, I want to knock out somebody, submit somebody. Sometimes it's not happen, you know. And yes, man, he's, for me, is a legend. This is why I give the rematch with him 100%. I told you that the ONE FC, I like this event too. You know, I like because the respect and the honor with the fighter. This is very important.
Yeah, it seems to me like if you want to fight Fedor, like you said, Fedor, I think it was actually just yesterday, he said this to MMA Junkie. He said, I would like to fight. I would like to fight Fedor, you know, and Scott Coker is over at Bellator, and obviously you have a relationship with him. I mean, what would prevent this from happening at this point, I guess? If you want it and Fedor wants it and Scott is the guy that can make it happen, I would say it's going to happen, right? We're going to see this fight, right? I mean, how
yes.
likely do you think?
I think everybody want to see this fight, man. Everybody, somebody don't believe when I beat him very fast in 6-9 seconds. Nobody believe that, you know. But I think the next fight now, the rematch with him, I think everybody want to see like a pay-per-view. I don't know, but I think the record, because everybody want to set this long time ago. Everybody know that, you know. And yes, man, I'm ready, but I'm good shape. My mind's okay. I beat everybody, you know, 100%. I know that I beat. Just put somebody in front of me, I finish the guy 100%. You know, like a Gustafsson the last fight. You know, I broke the Werdum nose. I never broke my nose, but I have a training with him before 8 years ago. I never say nothing about training, but he said, I say, okay, I want to show you again. Because in the training, when I have with Gustafsson, I finish him in the same arm. I finished him the same arm 8 years ago. And for sure, he remembered that, you know. And when I finish him now, again, and it's like a perfect fight, you know. One takedown, one back, one arm bar. That's it, you know. This is perfect fight, and I like it when a bonus in the fight too. You know, the bonus 50. You know?
Yeah, well, and I trust me, I get it that you know, you have a couple years left, and so super fight with Fedor sounds terrific. But you go out and beat a guy like Gustafsson, and what you just described as pretty much a perfect fight. Is there some part of you that's like, I'm still pretty good, you know? I could go fight Stipe Miocic. I could still become a UFC champion. I could do that again. I mean, is there a part of you that still kind of wants to do that, or you just past that point in your career?
No. Yes, I told you, man. I got the belt. The only one fighter in the world have the jiu-jitsu champion, grappling champion, and UFC champion. You know, I don't like to say that, but it's true. Now I have another fight. I have a jiu-jitsu champion and the ADCC and the UFC. I got it. Somebody say something, it's a lock. No. Hey, 2 times each one. Jiu-jitsu 2 times, ADCC 2 times, and UFC 2 times. UFC, the interim belt, but it's like the same training. Sometimes the guys say, this is not real belt. It's a real belt, because it's the same training, same everything is the same thing, just say interim belt, but it's the same thing. I got it 2 times too,
Mm-hmm.
Yes, man, I'm ready to fight. That's it. This is, I told you, I'm just ready to fight anyone. I'm ready to fight. Like my body is okay. My mind is okay. Just go and I finish anyone.
Yeah. Well, I know you said that, money is important, of course, but it's not the main thing.
Yes.
Especially at this point in your career. But what would you need to make for a Fedor fight? I mean, if this fight were to come together, you and Fedor, the rematch after 10 years, I mean, what do you think as an athlete that fight is worth to you?
Hey, man. Yes, this is very important to me about the respect to him. And 100%, I believe I finished him the first round again. I believe that, man. I respect him 100%, but I never say bad things about him, never. But my confidence is true. I finish him the first round again, I don't know, maybe triangle again, but guillotine, armbar, but 100% I beat him again, 100%. I believe this a lot,
Mm-hmm.
Not just say for say, no, 100%. I mean, confident.
What would be like the perfect place for that fight?
This is good question, man. This is a question. Maybe in Russia, maybe here in USA too, because now is that the coronavirus is so hard to have a crowd,
Yeah.
Maybe it's online, but I think Russia is like a big show too, and maybe Russia or USA, I think both is good way, to go. Yeah.
Yeah, I think it would be amazing.
Yes.
And I don't know how you feel about me saying this, but what if it was the final fight for both of you? Like he's been talking about his retirement tour. I mean, what if you also said like, you know what, I'm going to finish. I have respect for the guy, and I've called him the greatest heavyweight, numerous times throughout my career. This is going to be my final fight too. What if it was like the final fight for both of you in Russia, in Moscow? I mean, that you couldn't get any better than that, could you?
Yes, man, it's good, but I have a more to show, I know I have a more to show. It's very good too. You say that maybe both finish the career and they go to take a tequila, vodka after fight. Yeah. I mean, win, I invite him, but I mean, lose, maybe I don't invite him.
Yeah.
But hey, yes, I have a more, I want to fight this one, maybe one day, what not me versus Jon Jones, one day, why not?
Oh, wow.
I have one thing, nobody knows this. This is I never say this in interview. Me versus Jon Jones one time in Brazil, I like a joke in the room, like a role, but I don't want to say nothing about what happened, but
come on.
Happened. Me, Vanderlei, my coach, Rafael Cordeiro, and Jon Jones in the room. Yep. And I have a role, very quickly roll, but I don't want to say much more,
Fabricio, you can't tease a story like that and tell us nothing about it. When was it? When was it?
I want to say, I have a role with him, like a very quickly roll, but he remember 100% that, maybe one fight me versus Jon Jones. I believe you see when I finish Gustafsson very quickly. He can finish Gustafsson very quickly. He have a nice round with him. I believe when like a fight, I take down him or I'm in the bottom, I finish him too. 100%. I believe that. 100%. I'm very confident, man. When my body is okay, my mind is good, I'm confident. I don't want to say prepotent or, I don't know. I just I'm confident. That's it.
Yeah. But when this happened, was it at a gym or was it at like a hotel?
No. It's in the room, the hotel room.
The hotel room.
I don't want to say nothing more, but he know that.
All right. Well, I'm not going to get you to talk trash about the guy, but it's just such a good story. Whose idea was it? Whose idea was it to work?
Man, this is a secret. I just want to say that I have a train with him in the Vanderlei, and my coach see that. Everybody know in the room. And that happened, some roll very quickly, and something happened. But
oh, man,
I never said that in interview. I never said that before. Never. This is, I think, 8 years ago. I think so. I don't know, but 8 years ago, 100%. Yes. In Brazil.
Get out of
yes.
Cordero is what you're saying. I got to get Cordero on here and then have him tell us what happened. Well, I mean, everything that you're saying makes sense, but it just, when I try to put it together in terms of, okay, well, what is this? How is this actually going to play out? You versus Fedor sounds great. You going over and fighting in Asia with one sounds great. You fighting Jon, even if he's moving up to heavyweight. Now we got this story about you submitting him in a hotel room. Like all this sounds good.
No, I don't say that.
I know, Jon. But can they all happen? Like I think you got to pick one, right? It's like if you only got a couple years left, like you got to pick one or the other, kind of, don't you feel?
Yes, man. Yeah, I think so. It's a very good idea too. Maybe Fedor force, maybe single fight in Bellator. I don't know. Maybe with Brandon Vera, I go to there, I travel through there, and I fight with Brandon Vera. I take the belt, but maybe I go to the ONE FC. I don't want to just take the belt and that's it. No. I want to stay there. Not just there, but in Bellator too. When I have a belt, this is my goal. I never fight to fight. Maybe belt, I love belts, When I have a belt, I want to stay there to defend the belt, And ONE FC, I know it's like a huge event there. And when I go there and have the belt, I'm stay there, I'm stay there, 100%. Yes.
Just a couple more before I let you go. Well, first off, just to kind of wrap up this conversation, when do you think you'll have an answer? Like, when do you think you will have a contract and you will fight next?
Yes, this is a Ali question. We have to ask him to Ali because I know negotiation nothing. I'm just training and a fight. And the Ali, they care everybody. I mean, Ali, Ali for sure, man. Yep. It's like I have many manager in my life, but him is a different guy. They care us, but not just me. He have 100 fighters, and when I have a problem with something, he help you. He have a team. It's amazing, man. Ali is he's different guy, 100%. I love him, man. He's nice guy, not just business, but like a friend too, Yes, this is, you have to ask him to him because he negotiation the next step.
Okay, well, I'll stay in contact with him about your next fight. Since we were talking about Jon, he just recently vacated his title and he's expected to move up. What do you think is going to happen with Jon? I think a lot of people would say, oh, he's going to be a heavyweight champ, just like he was at light heavyweight. But Francis Ngannou is up there, Stipe is up there. Just be an analyst for us. How do you think Jon's going to fare at heavyweight?
I think he go very well there, 100%. Jon Jones is like a tough guy, man. He show every time he's good. He's like a very good fighter, and I believe, I told you before, he's a heavyweight. When he don't have a fight, when he's like don't have a fight, he round like a 235, 240. This is heavyweight, The guys dropped the weight to fight have a light heavyweight. Yep. This is my opinion, and not just Jon Jones, Gustafsson, other guys too. I have a lot of guys like heavy guys. He now have a zero problem to go to heavyweight. I don't believe he have a problem. 100% he have a wins, and maybe one day he is like a champion, the UFC champion should heavyweight. I believe that.
If he were to fight Stipe next, I mean Stipe is a current champ, obviously. Who would you pick in that fight, Stipe or Jon?
Jon Jones versus Stipe.
Yep.
Man, I think is Miocic have confidence now because he's the champion. The confident is the different, And I see he different this fight, last one versus Cormier. I see has a light. He's a good shape. He showed the good shape, but he's different a little bit. I don't know why. I don't know. He don't eat meat. I don't know, but he's very skinny, Mm-hmm. But I believe Miocic about points. He beat Jon Jones like a points, maybe, I don't see the everything yet, but Jon Jones is a tough guy too, man. He have a big surprise, but I believe the Miocic win about points.
Okay. All right, and last question, because we've talked about the Fedor fight quite a bit during this. Do you have anything from that night? Like, do you still have like your fight shorts or like the gloves, or like do you have any like piece of memorabilia from that night when you beat Fedor? Like, is that like displayed anywhere in your home or like in a safe?
No, I have I have the gloves disappearance. I have the gloves. It's very important gloves to me. I don't know where, but somebody take my gloves. Somebody, 100%. Yes, after fight, you know. But my shorts, the fight I have the shorts. I have a shorts, and I have the wrap, you know. Yes, that's it. I don't have nothing more. But the shorts, 100% I have. Yes.
Did you ever get him to like sign them or like sign your wraps or anything from that fight, Fedor?
What's that?
Did you ever ask like Fedor to sign the shorts or the wraps or anything like that? Like
maybe one day, yes. Maybe one day I saw him. Maybe I say, please sign that, you know, after fight, after or before the fight, you know. But yes, this is very important to me. I never sell this, man. I have to this for all my life. But this fight is for like the history fight, you know, in the MMA. I remember the guy said in the moment, it's like Werdum shocked the world. I love this too. Werdum shocked the world, the MMA world.
Well, it's cool because I was there that night that you beat Fedor. I was in San
Diego. I remember. Yes, I know you there.
And and then so actually I thought about that when you beat Gustafsson and with no crowd, because I remember after you submitted Fedor, it was really quiet. Like everybody was just really shocked, and it just
saw the video.
And the entire arena was silent, and I was thinking to myself, well, it's probably similar over in Abu Dhabi because there ain't no one in there, you know. So it's that's what it reminded me of. But hey, man, thank you so much for the time. I'll stay in touch with Ali about your next move. But it sounds like, you know, all these options that you laid out are very fun. So we'll be looking forward to seeing where you end up.
Okay, man, I appreciate for the opportunity. I'm just I'm happy after the big victory. You know, I'm excited to fight again. I'm ready to fight and just give you somebody and maybe triangle, kimura, armbar, you know. Thank you. Hey.
Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN Plus.